Hey guys, Sal with S&P. Today I'm going to try and cover real quick a little install tip or how to install our raised strut mounts for Mark 1s. These are for coilover only. They're not going to fit your new speed lowering springs or any kind of a lowering spring and individual strut assembly. The coilover actually fits inside here, so obviously if your spring is bigger than this, they're not going to work. These fit almost every coilover I have ever used or come across. I think some of the Raceland Ultimos or something, they used a little bit bigger spring and they might rub. But the KWs, the Solo Works, ST coils, pretty much anything I've run across, these will fit inside. So our strut mounts come with this top hat, or this raised mount hat, a strut bearing and bushing, and then a top hat to keep everything from falling out. We also provide a slotted strut nut. So let's put these together. We're going to be putting a set of KWs on this 78 Rabbit that's behind us. So this is how they come out of the box. You take off this top nut, and unless you bought this from your friend's basement, it should still have those. They should all come with some sort of a locking top strut nut. This will be the last piece we put on. So bearing, bushing and bearing assembly, bearing side down. Make sure your strut hat, and you can see the top of this strut assembly. We want to make sure we can at least see it so we know we're seated all the way down. Nothing's going to be binding, so if you have to spin the coilovers down to achieve that, go ahead and do that. Slotted strut nut. Spin this on. It's easier to do right now instead of putting the bushing into the hat itself first. So this thing does not have to be torqued down like you're holding on a wheel. Once the slotted nut and the strut assembly turn together, it's as tight as you're going to get it. The locking nut after that, once it is installed, will keep everything from walking back out. This is a strut nut assembly tool. You can get them Amazon, eBay, Matco. You might even be able to get them at your local O'Reilly's or whatever. Makes this a little bit easier, but it is not something you have to have. I've, in a pinch, used a slotted screwdriver and lightly tapped it until I saw the strut rod turning. Like I said, once it's turning, it's as tight as it's going to get. So now we're ready for the top hat. Top hat goes on. Locking nut. Thread that in at least until the nylock stops you from turning it in by hand. Now you're ready to set this in the car, just like a standard coilover installation with the standard Mark 1 strut mounts. So we provide these locking nuts, pass that through your fender, and then from there it's standard coilover installation. If you were not able to push the bushing all the way into the strut, once the car gets the weight on it, it will seat it the rest of the way for you. So don't tighten this top nut down until you're sure everything is sat down. And even if you take it for a quick trip around the block or something like that after your first installation, it's always a good idea to check those locking nuts and make sure they're all the way down tight. Hopefully this helps you out. If you got any questions, you're always welcome to email me. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.